what's going on? Welcome back to a new episode of Une Sports. Welcome back. Episode 92, available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. And you're always joined with your host, Mike and Richie. What's going on, Mike?
Not much, buddy, but for the theme of this episode, I need you to bring the energy up, man. I need you
Okay,
to bring the energy up, baby.
okay. All
We
right.
good
So,
though. We good though.
that's good. That's good. Um, so like Mike saying, like we have a different type of show today. It's like a segment episode. It's I know you like it because the title, the so what we're gonna do today, Mike is gonna have four topics, well, subtopics,
Yeah.
and I have four as well. We're gonna go back and forth. It's called Crash Out Thursday. So he's gonna list something, and I'm gonna say, is it worthy of a crash out, or if it's not. So he's gonna name something,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say, this is a crash out because, or this is not worth of a crash out because, basically. So it's just to test the waters to see how
Yeah,
people like how the crash outs is.
do some little fun stuff, especially if people know me, man. I'm always crashing out.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
for for,
I'm
for
like Mike gonna like that. Mike gonna like that. Yeah.
for the dumbest things, man. I'll just
Now
be spazzing.
this week, it was worth
Mm.
it. Your crash outs were worth it.
Oh.
It's fine. I could see
I-
people being worried about those things that happen.
Yeah.
I don't think Amorim should. Like, if it felt like he was crashing, I'm like, dude, don't kill yourself. Like, you just got there. Like, yeah.
So do you want me to start or you want to start?
Um, let me see. You can start.
Okay.
Cause you're gonna set the energy.
All
That's what we're talking about.
right. So we had some midweek games yesterday. Both Madrid and Manchester United were playing. I was hoping to have a good little week to myself, man, and everything came out. Like, I even tweeted out, I was like, yo, crash out Wednesday, man. Everything that could go wrong possibly went wrong. But like you just said, we're gonna stay on topic, and my first one that I'm gonna start with is Ruben Amorim caught crying on the bench for Manchester United. I said, man, Rich, I was losing my mind, man. I was looking at her, I was like, bro, look what these players are doing to my manager already, man.
Already.
It's only been 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, bro. He hasn't even been
Bro,
there
he
yet.
hasn't even rented the place yet. They're still looking. He's still
He's
in the
still in the hotel.
Airbnb, bro. Oh, my bad. Hotel. Like the standard is okay. What was he wearing
So,
again? Like a Celine or I keep saying Celine, but it's
I mean,
not.
he might have some Celine too, but he was
But
wearing some Montclair. He was wearing the
yeah,
Montclair.
come on, you got the money. Come on. Oh yeah.
My man was caught crying on the bed, stressing out, bro. Do you think it was worthy of me crashing out?
Not worthy of crashing
Mhm.
out. I will tell you why, but I can
Mm.
see why because you're like, oh my God, I was not expecting to see a camera view of him already in this like body language, and that's why I was saying it's not worthy of a crash out because I want to believe that the overall everyone that's part of the project now, and it's a new project that or they're gonna finally give a coach time, even if it not looking like it's gonna be a thunderstorm. It's gonna be crappy games like we've seen. Like what was the game over the weekend? Everton.
Everton, yeah.
That was a bad game.
Yep.
It's gonna be multiple of those bad games. That's fine. It's not, like 2 years from now, if he's still here, it's not gonna be the same guys.
Hopefully not.
It's not. It's a project. There's gonna be new players coming to in position, and you're gonna see more improvement. So yeah, this it's not worth of a crash out because you gotta understand to allow yourself time. There's gonna be more bad games, bro. There's gonna be
So
like you're gonna get knocked out in FA Cup early
yeah,
in the next couple
cause
years.
cause guess who we got?
Who do you
Arsenal.
got? Arsenal. Oof, my bad. So I didn't even know. But no, don't crash out. Like it's a long time project. Like it could turn out to be good quickly. I've seen teams like Chelsea turn out very quick. It could be. They're using the same guys. Maybe they plugged in
Hmm.
two guys. That's it. It's a new system. It's a new coach, but not worthy. Oh yeah,
All
my turn.
right.
My bad. Hey, yeah,
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 let's
yeah, yeah.
see.
Oh, my bad. All right, so
Richie says I should not have crashed out.
yeah, you could have saved you some trouble. Um, so JJ Redick said in the press conference that
Hmm.
he said obviously it's on him also as a coach, but he's gonna need some ownership on the court. If
Hmm.
you're a Lakers fan, right, and you're looking at those past games, and also that specific, like like I need you guys to step up also on the court. I need you guys to take ownership. If you're a Lakers fan right now, is it worthy of a crash out to be like, oh my God, maybe it's the same thing repeating again? But no, it's just a like it's not worthy of a crash out. We're gonna get out of that slump very early and then keep on moving.
Nah, crash out. You gotta crash out, bro. because because listen, man. It might be the same roster added connect, through the draft or whatever, but everybody was flaming Darvin Ham last year, and he kind of echoed like some of the same sentiments, like especially when he went on a rant about, hey, when you got one of your starters playing like Dookie, what you want me to do? So listen, man, listen. If you hear this from JJ Redick, it's LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Those are your leaders, and Austin Reeves coming into what, year 3 now. Um, that you need more leadership on the court. It's like 100%, man. Crash out, man. Like you need to be mad about your team right now, especially with that performance versus the Miami Heat. Nah, some you lose by what, 40 points? Some of the defensive
To
sequences.
a team that is not also consistent this season.
Yeah.
I think that's mostly the issue there is not losing 40 points. You could lose 40 points and to any team, but it's just like you can't really lose over 30 to a team that's not consistent. That says a lot about you, the
Mhm.
contribution you're giving them. And yeah. So okay. So you think it's worthy of a crash out? All right.
100%.
Oh, okay.
100%.
All right. All right, what you got for me?
Since we're on NBA,
Ooh.
I'm going to also bring up one that I found. Uh, Steve Kerr. I hope Brendan Podziemski sees this clip.
We're gonna okay, let's promote it.
You
Let's
know,
tag him.
like I hope so. For full context, if the audience doesn't know what we're talking about, Steve Kerr in his press conference after the game that they lost, who did they lose? Who did they lose versus the Denver Nuggets, I think.
Yeah, Denver
Um,
Nuggets.
criticized his second year guard, Brendan Podziemski, to the media, and says like he can't make that foul in this situation, and I hope he sees this clip, an effort to motivate him. Hey man, novel idea, Rich. Novel idea. I'm the head coach of the Golden State Warriors. One of my players is playing bad. You think you think maybe I should just, I don't know,
Tell him
pull him to the side,
and
maybe,
tell him.
maybe coach him, maybe, maybe, maybe. How about we do that? How about we not play Steph Curry just 28 minutes a game? How about we do
You know
that?
my theory already about like
What's the
Golden
theory?
State and the young guys.
What's the
They
theory?
don't really do good with young guys.
Hmm.
So that's my theory. Like none of them.
Listen, man.
Coaching, senior players, medium players, medium wear players. I don't know. I don't have any facts. So if someone who's listening to be like, yo, he doesn't have any facts, so he's just talking. But I don't know. I don't feel like the young guys are, besides maybe Wiggins, but I
I
don't
mean,
feel
they
any.
won the championship with Jordan Poole. You know.
Jordan Poole was more out of the ordinary, and he was
Mhm.
just like it was just a beginning, and I don't think the Golden State had any. I don't think they were supposed to get there. Anyways, I think there
Mm,
was overall nobody really had Golden State winning this championship. Not even close. Because the
yeah,
year before they were bad. Like it just came out of nowhere. And then I think Poole worked out perfectly during that splash
yeah.
butter, like the
Mhm.
fourth bootleg version one. But it was just still in the process.
Mhm.
It happened during the process. So we saw something in the process too. He got knocked out. So like it's still even with a ring he got knocked out. So it was no respect yet. So
Oh man.
Alright.
But yeah, so let me know,
Okay.
Rich, is that crash out worthy on Steve Kerr? With Steve Kerr's comments, was that crash out worthy?
No, I think I just answered everything. Kinda. I
Ooh,
don't think it's crash out worthy
controversial.
because I don't think it's crash out worthy because he's not really he's like that. Like he says like he's being in the media being like
You know,
kind of
you
like
know, you know why I even crashed out even more, especially
yeah.
because after the summer of Steve Kerr benching Mr. Tatum
Oh,
throughout the entire,
if that was one of your question, I would have crashed out because that's a different. We're talking
you
about a guy
know,
that just won a championship.
no, for
That's
sure,
one.
but
I just
that's
won a
just my
championship, Mike.
that's just my thinking
You're
of
not.
like,
You're not hearing. I
yeah, I
just won a
know,
championship.
I know, but
But Derek White was getting more minutes than me.
I was a big hater,
Wait, Derek
and
White was here?
yeah, Derek White was there,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Derek White was there,
They
you
had a
know,
bench. Derek. Was that Derek White the next day? Or someone was in the bench for the whole game. Someone suffered the next game. I think it
I
was. I
think
think
Embiid, I think it was
no,
Embiid
not
that
Embiid,
game.
not Embiid. It was well, not the Indiana guy. He was already in the. He was
Yeah, he
always in the
was,
bench.
yeah, you know.
I think it's the other guy from the Celtics. Drew Holiday.
Drew, maybe. I
I think
can't
it's Drew.
remember, but I know definitely
I'm not
somebody did.
surprised because he
But
might
yeah,
come up. He might come to the next press conference, be like, apologize.
but that was my thinking about it.
I
It's
was
like,
not thinking.
right now, it's just like your track record is kind of like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like as a head coach, man. Like what are we really doing here, man? It's like, Kaminga had started he was a starter, now he's not a starter, and since he lost his spot in the starting lineup, he's been playing absolutely abysmal. So it's like, he had the consistency and he broke the consistency, and now, like, the team is not performing. They're playing the Houston Rockets tonight, I think. And I'm gonna see.
That's a good game.
I'm gonna try to watch the game to see,
Tune
like,
in. Tune
how
in.
the team responds, man. But
Rockets are hot right now.
Steve Kerr,
The new kids on the block, Mike.
yeah, yeah,
They're the new Memphis of the Memphis 2 years
of
ago.
last year. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah,
once they
two
get
years
to the
ago.
playoff, they're
Yeah.
gonna get knocked out. You know that already,
All right.
Mike.
So Steve
Um,
Kerr not crash out worthy
yeah,
from. All
I
right.
think yeah, I think
So
I'll go
far,
because
Rich
I'm
got two.
two. Yeah, I was not planning it, so.
Yeah.
All right, third one. Javonta Davis announcing retirement after 2025. He's super young. He has a lot to still give. For his fans, should I be a crash out? Be like, oh my God,
how,
like
how old is he? Is he what?
I
26?
got you.
He's 30. I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
he's 30?
that's
Okay.
still relatively,
I I thought I cooked with
that's
that
his
one. Never
prime.
mind.
That's his prime in terms of like his boxing. Like, he has like maybe 4 more years of peak, 5 more years of peak prime for
But
boxing.
he's leaving next year.
Um,
How many games is
no.
he gonna have to squeeze?
Probably just one more fight, maybe.
One more
Depending
one
on,
more serious fight, then he's gonna come
yeah.
back and fight for exhibition game with Logan.
Logan with
He's gonna make a lot of money.
Jake Paul.
Yeah. So it's not crash out
Uh
worthy.
no, so he had 30 fights, 30 wins, 28 by KO. Listen, man, I think Floyd had what, 50 professional fights, quote unquote, if I'm not mistaken. 30 professional fights, like, 30 years old. Like, when you're at that level of boxing, unless like, you're really knocking out, which what Javante has done too. Like he's been knocking out. If you don't take damage, more often than not, you could probably squeeze one fight every 8 months, maybe. But with the tracker, it's probably like, one fight every 12 months. So, I mean, 30 fights, man, I don't know. Like, I don't think so. I think, if he doesn't feel like he's in the right mental space to do it, dude, 30 fights, 30 wins, shit, I go out on top, man.
So now we're yeah,
Yeah,
now worthy.
yeah. Mhm.
All right.
I
All
don't
right.
think they should be. I think they should probably respect, what his,
Decision is. I
yeah.
think he said he wants to something about his family.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
mean, when you're looking at the landscape too, and granted, I haven't really followed the sport of boxing as much
He wants to be
over
more
the last
humble. That's what I
over the
remember. He
last
wants to be
couple of
more
years.
humble. He doesn't want to keep on being like angry. Like this is a sport that makes him angry. Maybe
Yeah.
he has a daughter. Yeah, he said he has a daughter. He wants to be more humble. No, he wants another side of himself at the moment. So I respected
All
that.
right,
So
man. Hey, listen, man. Be on your Muhammad Ali stuff, man. Know what I
Muhammad Ali.
mean, go
All right,
find
what you
peace, my
got for me?
brother.
Yeah,
Ooh, all right. Let's see.
that's
What
your
what
third
should
one. Yeah,
what should my third one be? Let me take a look at my notes here. All right.
that's a good one.
We could stay on the NBA.
Okay.
Ja Morant.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to dunk no more. Nah, I'm being serious. After, he had a breakaway and he just did a simple two-handed dunk, the crowd started booing him. Even though he wasn't at home, it was
Yeah.
the away fans just booing him, like, which is
Mhm.
crazy because he just did a simple two-handed dunk. He's like, man, hey, I'm trying to preserve my body.
Yeah.
Like, is that to an NBA fan, is that crash out worthy?
To an NBA fan, yeah, that's a crash out worthy because certain fans wants to see that from him. Like when you see John Morant, you see that type of point guard, prototype of Westbrook. If you were
Hmm.
tuned in the last episode when me and Mike were talking about two different type of point guard that exist in our league, yeah, you want to see that. You want to see the smaller guy dunking on big guys. You want to see him making those 360 dunks. Um, you know, for average NBA fan who is going to those games, he is box office. So
Hmm.
that's what you want to see when you hear box office is those type of things that he's good at. Great passes and stuff like that. But yo, still waiting, like tiptoeing, like I'm still waiting for that dunk. I want to see it. Like you pay for that, Like if
Yeah.
you pay to go John Morant, you want to see one dunk, a great dunk. Even if you know the game or not, you want to see a great dunk because I paid to go see John Morant. If he's not saying now I'm not doing that, you're like, oh man, like I'm a fan. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
But for him, it's a great decision. I'm like, yo, brother, you should have done that 2 years ago. Cause at the no, cause like you're never available because keep getting hurt like that,
Yeah.
you know. And that's what I was asking him. Go talk to Wade. Because your body's gonna like, you're young right now, but it's gonna catch up to you.
Catch
Because
up. Yeah.
those falls be like, you could like, I'm like, yeah, that does not look good when he falls like that. You don't feel it right now, but like, you want to have a long career, like, you make more money, be in the league for a long time, win multiple championships if you can. But yeah, it is crash out worthy for a fan if he says he's not trying to dunk like that anymore. Too bad, guys. Should have squeezed your, your the tickets a long time ago to see it. All right, so my turn. Third. Ooh, that's a good one. Past 5 games, this team has conceded 11 goals. This team is West Ham United,
Mm, mm,
coached by Lopetegui.
mm.
If you're West Ham, you're looking at the season right now, and I just told you about this stats. Is it crash out worthy that possibly they can go to the second division?
Damn, is it that bad? What's their how many points do they have?
It's
I
not
need to
that
look at
bad, but
okay.
you're thinking about it if your team is just that bad. You're conceding so many goals.
1000%, man. I
They're
mean,
14 right now out of 20. They're 15 points, but 9 points is Ipswich Town, so they're
yeah.
not far away. So you have that back and be like, oh, what if that happens? As a fan, like,
1000%. 100%. Twice on Sundays,
Yeah,
it's crash out worthy. Because when you're looking at it, like West Ham is supposed to be one of these London clubs that's supposed to be like top six, top eight, contention. And it's 2 summers in a row now that they spent some big money on transfers to recruit players. Now, whether you like the players or not, that's that's neither here nor there.
yeah.
But they spent the money. Like, they spent money, big bucks to bring in players last summer and this summer, and a new coach with Lopetegui. And it seems like they're even playing worse than they did under David
Mm,
Moyes. So
yeah. I'm
if I'm
heated.
a West Ham fan, I'm losing it, bro. I am losing it. Like like sometimes like you bought Nicholas Fulkrug, you can't even play him. Sometimes you got to go back to Antonio, and when Antonio's not
Yeah.
working because he's rubbish as well, you play what's his name as a false as a number 9, but Jared Bowen, but he's actually a right winger, but you have to
Hmm.
play him as a number 9. You play Kudus as a left winger when he's more effective inside. You bench Paquetá to bring in Carlos Soler, who's trash as well, because we
So
saw we
you got two bags, anyways.
like
We've seen it in the
so
Paris.
so 100%, man. If I'm a West Ham fan, I'm going through it. I'm
You
spazzing.
like we spent money for nobody.
Yep.
Cause yeah, so
I'm at the pub and I'm losing my
yeah,
mind, man.
I'm this is rubbish.
Yep.
So yeah, we stopping at 3. Yeah,
I got one more.
you got one more. I
I
feel
got
like
one
mine is.
more.
I feel like my fourth one is trash. I don't want to end with a
Trash.
trash.
Okay. I mean,
All right,
I don't know if mine is gonna be good either, but you know
all
me.
right.
Big
Yeah, let's keep it short then.
big hater Mike.
Yeah,
You probably know where I'm gonna go.
big hate him. Oh, okay. I know where you're going.
Mbappe misses another penalty, taken poorly in the heat of a game when Real Madrid needed it. One game in hand, uh, you know, 4 points behind Barcelona. If they win the game, they cut the deficit to one with one game in hand, and they could actually,
Go by two.
go up. They don't tie, they lose. They lose the game in a pretty terrible fashion as well, with captain, third captain Fede Valverde doing one of the most idiotic mistakes I could have ever
We
seen
could
from
forgive
him,
him.
unfortunately. But all the headlines are focused on Mbappe, and Mbappe misses another penalty. For Real Madrid fans, is that a crash out moment?
For the average Real Madrid fans, yes. It doesn't apply to me, but I want to just throw it out there. But the average fans, yes, because this is not what you signed up for. And the average fans I know like did not really want to have him. And now he's there, and then now you're forced to give him penalties for confidence, and he's missing all of them. So you're like, yeah, I'm missing points that I should have been gathering for the hell of seeing Mbappe
Mhm,
have more confidence and giving penalties that Jude Bellingham should have taken the second one. I mean that one, yeah.
mhm.
We should have secured a goal. Like if I'm looking at that angle, I 100% agree with all of you guys. It is a crash worthy. I think moving forward, I don't know if Insolite is still gonna insist on giving him the penalty, but I think what they're gonna do is like if there's like already like 2 goals, you can give him the penalty. But I don't think he's gonna get the penalty of um, you know. So it
I
was
think
before Bellingham goal, right? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's
it was
because
before
he had
Bellingham's
that
goal.
strike that Bellingham. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
before
I
the
think that's
Bellingham
how.
goal.
But either way, the first penalty taker of the team is Vinicius, who's very close of coming back, according to news. Like he's making great progress. I want to know what they're giving these guys in Real Madrid, because like they'd be like, "Oh my God,
One
Rodrigo has
month.
a hamstring, been a month." Rodrigo's like back in 3 weeks. Lucas Vasquez, they're like, Lucas Vasquez, that was a bad injury. He might be out for a month. Lucas Vazquez by Liverpool, he's already back. Like, yeah, I'll give
um,
him some juice.
yeah. I mean, beyond
So yeah,
that, like beyond
mhm.
me being a a hater
A
and
hater,
stuff
that's
like
fine.
that,
Yeah.
it's just the history behind it. I just don't like. I'm like somebody that kind of um like if somebody did me wrong type thing. Even though like again, Mbappe doesn't know me from a can of paint. Nobody in Madrid knows me from like they don't even know I exist, man. But it's just the fact that I've
Mm-hmm.
seen the
Mm-hmm.
history between Madrid and Mbappe and how he did how Mbappe did Madrid. And now you think it's gonna be this Cinderella story and reunion that like okay, the kid's home. He's
Mm-hmm.
finally gonna be able to take over the world. He's finally able to be Ballon d'Or winner and stuff like that. But he comes at a time where Real Madrid just won the Champions League, just won La Liga, and Vinicius Jr. played the best
He's playing
football,
the best football of his life. So
yeah, in the
yeah,
world. And then he
because
comes
he comes
in,
2 years before. Like he takes Vinicius' part with
yeah,
where no
one thousand
questions about it.
percent.
Yeah.
And now, with the team last year, that was already that, in my opinion, at least, I thought that it was already a little bit imbalanced, and we needed a striker. We had Joselu, and Joselu had to come in a lot for a lot of games because you know whatever was going up front wasn't working in certain games. Like the system wasn't allowing
He's the garbage
for
man.
to work, and we needed that striker, the guy
Yeah.
that could actually put the ball in the net. And then we go and get Mbappe. We don't get a striker, and he's supposed to be our striker. And this is where like I'm kind of like, you know, Ancelotti's style is kind of a little bit backfiring right now because I feel like we probably need a guy like maybe like with a little bit more of an iron fist instead of like, Mr. Don Ancelotti that he's the parent and he wants all his kids to be successful and happy. And the reason why I'm so upset is the fact that Mbappe is not showing any of the qualities that made him supposedly the best player in the world. And he hasn't had one marquee game for Real Madrid. He's looked bang on average. He doesn't look any different than any other player in La Liga. So
No, you're
I'm not
yeah,
exaggerating, Rich. It's just like he hasn't like I'm looking at the game versus Bilbao and the
it
last
was
game
bad. It
that I
was a bad game.
watched. What
I'm
what game
telling
did he
you,
play? I
just
think
review it by next year. We're
yeah.
gonna review it next year.
Yeah.
No,
Richie
I'm telling
Richie
you.
Richie said he's on the boat by himself. He doesn't care.
No, I told you I agree with you
Yeah.
guys. This year is doomed for him.
Yeah.
Now it's just trying to make it better a little bit, going month by month, trying to make it better so people can kind of forget. I don't think he's
The
gonna have a great.
start.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna forget, but we're like, okay, at least he did this. We're gonna say this.
Mhm.
So trying to find a reference game, like maybe it's the Champions League is the biggest stage. Trying to find something to have people quiet down a little bit. Because when you go to YouTube and you put Mbappe, the first thing that pops up on the ESPN is Mbappe misses the penalty. You don't want to have that stinge on you. And he looks like someone who like think too much. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but my
Okay.
last one is not good, Mike.
Okay. All
And
right. So we
it's
can
not
skip it if you want to.
all right,
We
yeah,
could end there, man. We
yeah,
got some games to watch. Chris Middleton is coming back from the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm very
yeah,
disappointed they let the Atlanta Hawks come back and beat them.
yeah.
Like and it's like I thought they were on the right path, man. They were making a little bit of comeback. Giannis missed 11 free throws last night, man. Crazy.
So that game you're talking about is at 10 p.m. The Rockets and the Warriors.
I'll be sleep. I lied, guys.
No, no, but yeah. There's the Nuggets Cavaliers right now.
Okay.
Uh,
At 10, it's gonna be 9 for me, so
eh,
I'll see. I'll see.
you don't want to promise it. All right, one last thing. Um, Alien Romulus.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, like
it's
it.
not like I don't. I mean, other people are gonna like it, but that's not my.
Mhm.
That's not what I was expecting. I
Okay.
wasn't expecting that type of aliens. To me, those are not aliens. Those are just animals, like wild animals. To me, the idea of an alien is
Uh-huh.
like we gotta talk. Like we don't
Ah,
have to talk
okay.
in the same ship. Like
Are
I
you
gotta be like,
familiar
oh
with the
my,
Alien franchise though? Have
What
you
is that?
watched the other Alien movies?
Yeah, many alien. Like Netflix had plenty before. They stopped doing them. There was one of them like there was this I forgot what it's called. She went on a trip. I think it's a 2 year trip, and then she found some alien thing that's like kind of weird.
No, no, no. But
They
I'm
have
talking
their
about
based
like
on
I'm talking about the Alien franchise though. Like,
what
cause
is
this
that?
so Alien Romulus is part of the Alien franchise.
Of what?
So there's this so the alien that you saw, like, quote unquote, the xenomorphs. So like there's
Oh,
like, there's a whole franchise
of type of
around
aliens?
yeah, there's a whole like it started back in like the 1980s.
Is there types that talks
No,
or
they
send
do
codes?
they
It's
do
just the
not.
animals like this?
They're just on the hunt, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's not my type.
They're just on
I
the
gotta,
hunt.
my type of alien movies and
Uh-huh.
shows, they gotta be like, I'm just like, flying around the universe and
Oh.
shit like that, going on a mission. And then boom, you get to some random thing and be like, oh my God. And then they send your code, be like, hey,
Oh,
we're from this. We're gonna
okay,
harm
okay,
you.
okay. I
Oh,
feel you. I feel you. I
that's
feel
my
you.
type.
I get your point.
They gotta be
Like,
stressed, be like, oh my God, we gotta go
I,
back and
you
tell the
see,
guys.
you see, to me though, like I like certain movies. Like if the
Not
movie is
going to some random ship and there's like a half robot telling them what to do. Like, come
if
on, bro.
if the plot is good enough, and I agree with you on that point. The little robot dude, like, he kind of annoyed me. But the thing with me is like with certain movies, like I
You
put
look like a
myself.
doll. It's
He
like he
definitely did.
made the
He looks
show
so
like,
fake. He looks so
yeah, I'm like,
plasticky.
bro, they killed the show a little bit. I mean, the movie with that
Yeah.
doll. Like,
But like I put myself in, like, in one of the character's shoes. So I start thinking like I'm in the situation and I start stressing the hell out, man. So I like, that movie, like I was stressed out.
don't get me wrong,
That's
it's
why I
not
like
a
the
bad
Quiet
movie.
Place so much.
Quiet Place is a good concept. It was a
Hmm.
good movie too. I didn't watch the last one yet, but don't get me wrong, it's a good movie. It's
Hmm.
just me with Alien. I don't play with that. Like, I have high standards, man. So it's gonna be hard
No.
for me to. I mean, I give it Alien, which was very entertaining. Like
Okay.
we had a good time watching it, but it's just that I was still disappointed. I'm like, damn, that's not the type I was.
That's not what I was expecting. All right, all right.
Yeah, it was a good movie
All
though.
right, bet,
Yeah,
bet.
yeah.
I'll
I need that
make sure
entering
next time. I'll make sure
interaction.
next time. I'll
That's
make
why I
sure
held
next
off a little
time.
bit for that other Apple, the show on Apple.
Uh-huh.
The guy, like, remember the guy?
Yeah.
That's why I held off. I'm like, it's gonna turn around. It's gonna turn around. Because I like those type of movies. Like, you're home, there's dinner, and then boom, like the lights comes off. There's some random ship, and then it's going like to hell, and then you gotta get out in like 10
Yeah.
minutes. That's my type, you know? Then they send a message, be like, we're coming, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
There's a Netflix show, like, I think it's based on England because it's a bunch of guys from. There's the guy from Game of Thrones and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
forgot what it's called, but it's a great. It's okay because they're coming on Earth, but they're not. They're gonna come in 60 years, kinda. They're
Okay.
on their way, and they're like, yeah, they're gonna take over because by the time they get there, they're gonna get stronger and stuff like that. Oh no, no, no! They send a virus that stops our science, so we're not progressing because they said basically that by the time they come, our science will be so far advanced, we'll we'll kill them like this. So they send a virus to our science so we don't improve. But by the time they get there, they're gonna be stronger, and then
Okay.
like
That's an interesting concept. Yeah.
that's I like those kind of things, Like,
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my God, like, not just get into a ship and start killing people. Like, yo, where's the interaction, bro? All right, man. This was episode 92, available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Thank you very much. Tune in. Happy holidays, everyone, and catch you guys next time. Any last thing you want
Nah,
to say, Mike?
nah,
No?
man. Everybody enjoy the holidays. Stay
Yeah.
safe. Stay warm.
Yeah.
It's
We'll run him another show before.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, stay warm.
It's
All right.
brick out here.
Yeah. Peace.